Strap in, you guys. We have a video for you today. I'm going to be comparing Intergalactic with The Last of Us, specifically the trailers, the reveal trailers for both of these games. Intergalactic just got announced a day ago, whereas obviously you can see here The Last of Us got announced 13 years ago. It was back in December of 2011. So, some of you might not have even been born, but I'm going to analyze these two and discuss the similarities and differences. Now, I want to go ahead and get ahead of everything and get in front of it and say, I do not hate Galactic at all, Intergalactic at all. Actually, I'm really interested in the game. I'm interested in every single part of the game except for one aspect of the game. I'm interested in the music, the story, the setting, the graphics, the tone, the atmosphere. All of it looks top-notch, looks exceptional for Intergalactic. The thing that I am not interested in at all is the main character. And I've been having discussions with people online, and they're saying, well, how can you judge that? We've only seen, 2 minutes of her. How can you judge the character off of just 2 minutes? And I'm hoping I'm wrong here, okay? I'm hoping this character is amazing and as endearing and engaging as Joel and Ellie were. I bring that up because they say, well, how can you tell with just the first 2 minutes of the trailer? I say, look at The Last of Us Part 1 and what that trailer did in such a short period of time. It hooked me into their world, into who these characters are, their motivations, their past, the setting, and where they've been and where they're going and where the storyline is going to go. So we're just going to go through and compare these two trailers, and I'm going to try to point out some similarities and differences here. So they both start off very similarly. I love the music, love the shot, right, with Intergalactic. The beautiful synth, outer space. I'm into all of this. This is all very cool stuff. One thing I really appreciate that they did here is they went with like an alien vibe, and I don't mean aliens just in general. I'm talking about the movie from the 1970s, Alien, if you haven't seen it, with Ripley. Love the old 1970s type technology, but it's advanced, right? So it's like these old computers and stuff with the cool font and everything. So I really appreciate that it has that alien kind of callback. And then here we're introduced to our main character. Obviously you can see she's been through some stuff. Scars on the head. She's shaving her head, right? Tattoos. She looks worn down. That's what I'm getting so far, right? And then obviously there's an incoming call here. So she's trying to find the phone. And then we go to the Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What is it? Pepe Sylvia wall. If you guys remember, if you guys have seen It's Always Sunny, Charlie goes crazy and has this whole Pepe Sylvia wall where clearly she's trying to find someone here. That's what this is showing, right? Clearly she is looking for someone. She is hunting somebody. So it's kind of like, I don't know if it's a bounty hunter like Han Solo or what, a Mandalorian type deal, what she is. So that's what I've gotten from this character so far. So we keep watching, right? And then, okay, so right here, I wanted to actually, we're going to pause this so far because I want The Last of Us to catch up to this. Crap. Of course that happens. Okay, so Last of Us starts with the same similar shot, right, of nature in some way. We saw space itself, right? Then here we see the beautiful plants, just outside. It's like, oh wow, what is this game? Looks really pretty, right? I love the tone shift instantly. As soon as the camera pulls back and you go into the window, you see broken glass. The vines are growing into the building, into the room. So you immediately know something's wrong, but you don't know exactly what. And then within a few seconds, okay, you see the lamp, the torn down wallpaper, blood smeared on the wall. Instantly, I'm hooked, I'm engaged in this world. It's not just interesting like the outer space was. This is, okay, something is terribly wrong here. And you're hooked, you're drawn in instantly. Man, I remember when I saw this for the first time, I was in college. It blew me away. I didn't own a PlayStation 3. I'll tell you the rest of the story at the end of this video if you guys make it there, but I want to keep analyzing the trailers here. So then it keeps pulling back. Dead body. Blood dripping down the arm. So he's clearly been there for a long time, right? This guy, whoever this is. Brutal. You can tell it's going to be a brutal game. Really mature. Little girl runs by. So immediately, our first introduction to Ellie. One of my favorite characters in gaming. But, yeah, so you're like, okay, little girl running here, and she doesn't seem too fazed by the dead body, so clearly she's seen this before, right? But she looks like she's looking for something or someone. Here's the struggle from upstairs. And says, oh man, and it's not like a panic. It's not like, fear. It's more like a, oh God, what's happening now type of thing. So I'm curious why this girl is running around, not being fazed by the clear violence and overgrowth that's occurring in the room, You're interested. At least me. I'm only speaking for myself here, guys, right? I can only speak for myself and how I analyze the trailer. I look at everything through a psychological lens. I've said that before, and I'll continue to say it, because that's what my background is in. So I'm trying to analyze, where are these characters coming from? Where have they been? Where are they going? What are they feeling? And why are they doing what they're doing in the present moment? Runs upstairs. Pulls out a knife, showing that she is adept in combat in some way, right? She doesn't have a gun on her, but at least has a knife. Our first interaction with Joel, introduction to Joel, see two guys just brawling it out upstairs, and you're curious. What is her relationship? Does she know this guy? Is she going to kill him right now? Like, what's going to happen? You're on the edge of your seat when you're watching this. At least me, right? When I'm watching this for the first time.
Hey. There you are.
So right away, questions pop into my mind. Are they father and daughter? Uncle and niece? Complete strangers? Do they not know each other? How long have they known each other? You want to know, right?
You okay? Better than that guy.
Sense of humor, and the joke lands for me. It doesn't land here. There's a joke coming up in here, and it doesn't land at all.
Search him. I'll take care of his buddy, and then we quit this place.
Love it. I'm like, okay.
Big killer.
Little girl flipping the guy over, going through his stuff, looking for bullets, finding bullets. It's just like, it's firing on all cylinders for me, and I'm hooked. Hook, line, and sinker, and I want to know more about these characters. Whereas so far here, I've just seen, someone who seems angry. Is pretty much one note so far. Clearly is looking for someone, and nothing has been endearing so far to me. Whereas I've already explained all the endearing qualities so far between these two, in their chemistry. There's a lot of chemistry that I feel between the actors, and that's the best way that I can describe it, okay? There's no other words for me to say other than chemistry and connection that I don't feel at all between this woman and the other woman who's on the phone call with her. And then, okay, so we'll get right back to that. Let's do a little bit more analysis on Intergalactic. Okay, so we find out that she's giving us, exposition. She's looking for someone, some guy out there, and he's hiding near some kind of moon, right? So clearly, your thoughts are correct. What you are shown, the theory that you had 10 seconds ago is correct. This woman is angry. She's vengeful, right? She has vengeance in her heart. She's looking for someone in an aggressive way. Could be wrong. Could be a lost lover. Could be a best friend, a family member, right? But it seems her demeanor is that something bad happened to her in the past, and she's going looking for revenge. I'm sure maybe if you analyze and read every single one of those, Charlie pieces of paper, maybe you'll find something. Maybe they are friends, and maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's this guy, and they were really good friends, and maybe he betrayed her. But I'm getting an aura of anger from her so far. Yeah, she's looking for this guy.
Excellent. How is that excellent?
So, yeah, okay, so it's funny, but I don't think it's funny in the way that that they wanted it to be funny. The woman in the TV says that no one has like left this moon in 600 years. Anyone who even flies close to this planet literally disappears and they're never heard from again. And then the main character says superstitions, and she's like, no, it's not superstitions. These are facts. Like, what happens there might be superstitions. We don't know what's happening, but the fact that nobody returns, that's a fact. Like, you're going somewhere where we know beyond a shadow of a doubt nobody ever comes back from. And the character is so confident that she's just gonna go in there and, you know, kick everybody's ass and survive. And she doesn't seem concerned or worried at all. You would think that that would scare you. That would scare the crap out of you. If you're going somewhere and someone tells you, yeah, no one's ever come back from this planet in 600 years. That would give any normal person, that would certainly give these two a sense of pause, right? They'd be like, okay, maybe we don't want to go there. But this character is so badass and so awesome and powerful that it's like, oh, who cares? Superstitions, even though it's a fact. So it's hard for me to empathize. Do you see what I'm saying? It's hard for me to want to connect with this character when she seems so strong and powerful and independent as she is. Why would I? How do I connect with that?
You worry too much.
You worry too much. Like, what? You worry too much? And these people disappear for 600 years, and you're here going in with no armor, nothing, your shaved head and a pistol, and you're going to be just fine? I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't fly with me. See, but there's just positives, man. Love the look, love the setting, the atmosphere, love everything about it. The tone is all really, really cool. It's just the characters do nothing for me. They do nothing for me. They don't engage me at all. I do like her chess jacket. It looks like a knight from a game of chess, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, she's like, let's call the mission off. Let's do something else. Like, it's too she's being logical, you know? It's too dangerous. Let's find a new lead. Let's find someone else to hunt. So, but clearly, not for our, I think it's Jordan is her name, I think. Not going to happen. You'll see. He's not worth it. And the smug look, dude. The I know better than you. I'm more badass than you. I can take care of all this. Don't worry about it. I'm the best. I don't like the attitude. The attitude does nothing for me. It's not engaging. It's not endearing. You know, I feel no compassion or empathy. Here, we hear the zombies, the clickers run by. Immediately, fear is struck into the hearts of both of these characters. Immediate fear. I feel a sense of empathy, a sense of urgency, a sense that, oh my God, what's going to happen to them? I care about them. They feel vulnerable. This character's, does she feel vulnerable to you? No, she feels like nothing bad is going to happen to her in the entire story. Like, she's just so awesome. She's like the Abby of the story. She cannot be touched. She cannot be touched. They are terrified and hiding. Scared out of their minds that they're not going to live for 5 more seconds. And you can see the expression on his face. Look at the difference in the expressions to this situation, you know? She's going to a place. It's so funny. I'm just thinking about it now. She's going to a place where humans have never returned for 600 years with nothing but her Diet Coke and pistol. Joel is here hiding away in a bathroom with Ellie with 2, maybe 3 clickers. I didn't see how many ran in here. You know, just 2 or 3 enemies. And they're scared out of their minds. The difference in the humanity that I feel and the connection, the heartfelt connection that I feel to these characters. And you got to understand, this all happened in a minute. And that's amazing storytelling. Incredible storytelling. How to make me feel connected. Look at the subtlety between the two, the exchange that happens right here. Just, it's very subtle and very quick. They look at each other and they have a simple acknowledgement. He looks at her and says, we're stuck in this bathroom. They're going to come in here. We're going to have to fight for our lives. Are you ready? That's what he said with that look. And then she gives him the subtle nod. Yep, okay, I understand what needs to happen. We're about to go hard. We're about to get aggressive. We're going to have to either get killed or kill right now. Let's do it, Joel. Let's do it. The exchange, the subtle exchange and the look that they had between each other is beautiful. Love it. Love every second of it. And he cringes, right, as he's pulling back the trigger because he knows it's making a sound with the gun. Like, you could just see the stress and fear on his face. Not a sense, not even a lick, an ounce of fear or worry or anxiety. Pure, utter confidence is what this is. Cockiness, right? Self-assured. She is so assured of herself and believes in her own skill, has so much confidence that she's going to tackle whatever boss or whatever danger lies ahead, and nothing's going to happen to her. She's going to be just fine. She's going to be fine, guys. Don't worry about it. I got this. I'm wasting my time trying to convince you because you're a cocky SOB, you know?
Can you please flame him? I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Yep, put him in. You know, just put him in. I don't want another hunter trying to take my kill. I'm the hunter, you know? Just lock me in. Come on.
Who is swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He clearly is.
He is clearly desperate.
And so am I, so claim him, or I will find another agent.
Claim him or I'll find another agent. Do your job or I'm going to fire you and get someone else who's going to do it for me. What's likable about that attitude? Someone, please, no, genuinely explain it to me. What is likable about that kind of attitude? Could you imagine any boss that acts like that? I'm sure you've had a boss. We've all had bosses like that. You know, do your job, and if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'll just fire you, and I'll find someone who will. Is that a likable character? Is that a likable human personality trait? I must be missing something here. Like I said, there's so many redeeming qualities in this game, in this trailer. Except this character and the other one. She doesn't do anything for me either. Like, I don't care why her eye's missing. I should care, but I don't.
You're the boss.
It doesn't do anything for me, guys. I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you, you did your job. Now I don't have to fire you.
I'll see you on the other side.
Hey kid, I'll see you on the other side. So maybe there's a connection between these two. Maybe they've been working together for a long time. Is there a friend relationship there, a family relationship? I don't know. Is that what they're trying to hint at? I don't know. But I'm not too interested, unfortunately, because of all the things I've been saying. Shuts it off. I didn't even notice that till right now. Dude, that woman clearly has some kind of empathy, some kind of connection or feelings towards this girl. You know, hey kid, I'll see you on the other side. Like parent to daughter, I don't know what kind of teacher to student, who knows what kind of relationship, but she clearly feels something for her. How does she respond? Hangs up. Not goodbye, okay, thank you, like, all right, I'll see you soon. Nope, just hangs up on her. Dude, that's not a likable attitude. It's not engaging. It's not endearing. There's nothing about it that draws me in. It's not enticing. Oh, yes. Just sits back. All right, I'm about to go into this place with, 600 years of pure death and destruction from all other humans. But, hey, I'm the protagonist. I'm the main character. Nothing can touch me. I'm so badass. I'm not concerned at all. Just that whole demeanor, the body language. Are you kidding me? I'm not interested. I have no affinity for this. No propensity to wanting to know more about this character. Just pure determination, anger, disgust, aggression. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Love all this though. Love the Sony. Love the CD player. Like this is like I said, there's a lot of really cool stuff, and I always give credit where it's due, man. Really cool. Love the way the CD is with the neon lights. I'm into all of this. Very cool stuff. The Adidas, interesting with the, I don't know, the marketing or what's going on with that. And the ship is a Porsche. Graphics look incredible, right? Porsche graphics look great. Music is cool. It's kind of lighthearted, which is interesting. A total contrast here. You know, and then you get the reveal of the name. Oh, yeah. Oh, we didn't get the name yet, I guess. This is cool. This is really cool. Like the robot, like the design. The red, the glowing. Tone shift, a little bit darker, and I appreciate that, a little more mature. Do I think the game's going to be rated M? Based on what I've seen, no. It looks like a rated T game. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is rated M and it's brutal and dark and, you know, bloody. I hope it's all those things. But based on what I've seen, it looks like a rated T game. And I'm really hoping not. I hope they go dark with it. She's got her gun on her hip. This weapon is very cool. It looks to be the same energy source as what the robot has. Someone I saw online said that, like, maybe as she changes music, if she's listening to music, like in headphones, these will be like sound waves and they'll kind of vibrate and get bigger and smaller. I thought that was really cool. Don't know if it's going to happen, but I think that's a really unique theory. But yeah, I just love the look of this weapon, the futuristic design. It's like retro-futuristic. Very cool and interesting. And it looks like it could be gameplay, but we're not sure. It looks like it could be. The weird camera angle there at the end makes me think it wasn't, or it was modified gameplay. And then her scream, whatever. Music is nice. And then, yeah. Then we see the name. Intergalactic. And it has a subtitle. The Heretic Prophet. Okay. Love this. I love how they did, once again, the alien from the movie. A movie Alien, not just aliens, but like the Alien movie, just that retro look with like the film grain and everything, the blurriness, the static look. Love that. And then the PlayStation logo. And they did the old PlayStation logo, which I really appreciate. I think that was lost on a lot of people. They did the old PlayStation 1 logo. And I want them to lean more into that, bring color back into the PlayStation. I've said it for years since the first PlayStation 5 was announced and released. Ever since the first trailer, I can show you guys my video, my reaction. The controllers need color. They need color. They always have. When they took the color away, they took some of the heart and soul out of the PlayStation, in my opinion. And then they released literally hundreds of different controllers in the past 5 years. None of them had colored buttons. They took away the colored buttons. The blue X, the green triangle, you know? They took it away, and it makes me very sad. They just brought it back for the 30th anniversary, and you see how well that's selling. You see how well it's selling. People want color, man. They want color. So, yeah. Going back to The Last of Us, we're almost done. We're almost done, I promise. Thanks. If you're still with me, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. I know I'm totally different than everybody else out there with these things, but yeah. Love it, man. He's probably about to die. If Ellie doesn't save him here, he was about to die. You know, and I care about the character. They're in a stressful situation immediately in the reveal trailer. So she gets aggressive, and he says, run. And then the music hits. Oh my God, the music hits. This is good. Like I said, I will always give credit where it's due. The music in Intergalactic is really, really good. The synth, love it. But this music, this guitar, burrowed its way into my heart and soul instantly.
This is our routine. Day and night. All we do is survive. It never lets up.
So clearly they're somewhat connected, surviving, right? You don't know how long they've been together, but obviously it's been some time because you can see the overgrowth of the world, and there's chemistry between the two characters, and I'm interested. We've seen their humanity, we've seen their vulnerability, we've seen that they've had to do bad things. Like, it's implied that she has done bad things, but it's not shown. Here it is, like, Joel just had to kill a man, you know, not in cold blood. It was self-defense, but still you have to, surviving, clearly, looting and shooting. You were running around stealing and then killing just to stay alive. So they're not, you know, super confident. They're not angels by any means. They don't think that they're better than anybody. That's the impression that I've got, where she clearly thinks that she's better than everybody, you know, that she's around, and talks down to them actively, where there's a mutual respect between these two here. and they depend on each other. There's a symbiotic relationship between the two, mind you. Joel needs Ellie, and Ellie needs Joel. They need each other. And this woman, she needs the other one. It doesn't seem like the other one needed Jordan here. She could have just like left and said, okay, go hunt the guy on your own. Go to the 600-year mission by yourself. Good luck. And she could have hung up, but no, she didn't. She stayed with her. Versus Jordan's like, she needed her to approve the mission or whatever, you know? So there is somewhat of a symbiotic relationship, but it's not shown. It's not really, on display. Whereas here, you can see the connection plainly. Not just because they're on screen together, but because of the way they talk and interact. In stark contrast to the way these two talked and interacted. And then I love the juxtaposition here of the darkness and the decrepitness of this building. And then when they bust through, this beautiful overgrowth of nature taking over the city. It's like a sad happiness. You know what I mean? Like you're sad because you see that the world is dying, like humanity is dying, but nature is slowly reclaiming it. And there's a peace about that. There's a beauty in that.
He tells me how these streets were crowded with people just going about their lives.
I love this line.
Must have been nice.
Boom. The way she says it, the way she delivers that line, man, with the little scoff. Must have been nice. Oh my God, it hits so hard. I can't describe it to you unless you were there. And if you were there, hopefully it still gives me goosebumps to this day. To this day, it still gives me goosebumps, man. Oh my God. Her line delivery was everything. It is beautiful. So, yeah, that's it. I look at these two trailers, the two reveal trailers, where they introduce the main characters of both games. You get to spend about 2 minutes each with the characters, not even. This one's probably closer to a minute if you really go through the trailer. And it's like half the amount of time, really, if I went second by second. I spent half the amount of time with these characters, and I have 10 times more love, 10 times more compassion, interest, engagement, and 10 times more desire, wanting to know who are they, where do they come from, what are they doing, how are they going to survive, what is happening to the world, what did happen to the world, are they going to make it out, or is someone going to die, are they both going to die? All these questions just fly through my mind. Whereas here it's like, okay, there's still lots of questions, don't get me wrong, but the amount of passion and love and interest that I have, so little. And you might say, well, you're speaking in retrospect and nostalgia because you've played this. And that might play a part, but I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to put you back in my state of mind 13 years ago when I first saw this trailer. And you can ask my friend and if you don't believe me. This game hooked me so much based on this trailer alone. I didn't own a PlayStation 3, you guys. I didn't own a PlayStation 2. I had a PlayStation 1 when I was a child. My father's co-worker, his son, was getting rid of it, I think to get a PS2. So we gave it to my father, who gave it to me and my brother. So I played a little bit of PlayStation 1, never owned PlayStation 2, didn't own a PlayStation 3. I didn't get into the ecosystem really until PlayStation 4, and I bought one for myself in 2018. So this is 2011. I fell in love with this trailer and this game so much. You can ask my friend, it's hilarious. I went out and I bought the game. 2 years later, it didn't come out. I watched all the trailers and kept up with the information. And then I bought the game in 2013. I think it was it May or June when it released? I don't remember. But it won Game of the Year that year, like it rightfully should. Next to BioShock Infinite, I also love that game. And I bought the game and said, bro, like my friend, can I come play at your apartment and play on your PlayStation? You can keep the game. Like, I just want to play this game. He's like, yeah, sure, man. Like, he let me come over, and I would come over for like a week straight. You can ask him. Every day I come over after school and play, and he would watch me play. And then in the end, he let me keep the game, and I really appreciated that. I bought it, but he was letting me use his console, and I couldn't play it without that console, right? But based on this 2-minute trailer it was just about a minute of seeing these characters, I was hooked, absolutely hooked. Whereas here, I mean, clearly the fans. I mean, look at this. The ratio here compared to here. I'm not gonna dislike, or like. I mean, I'm very skeptical, man, because of how The Last of Us 2 went and the things that have happened with Neil. But I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope that we're gonna see more of the character. She's gonna grow on me. She's gonna have redeeming qualities. She's gonna have struggles and stuff, and we're gonna see more of that. But based on initial reactions, there's no comparison to me. There's none. So that's just like a psychological analysis of these two trailers, guys, and how I believe that The Last of Us nailed it in every single way, whereas Intergalactic almost nailed it in every single way. I'm not, trying to crap on the game. The game looks really cool. It does. But there's a major flaw that I see. And that's very similar to Part 2, Last of Us Part 2. The game had pretty much everything going for it, except the story and the characters. I hated. I couldn't stand it. The first half was actually pretty good. Second half of Last of Us 2 was one of the worst stories, if not the worst story in gaming that I've ever experienced, So, all right, that's it, guys. I appreciate you. If you watched this long, if you stayed here, yeah, let me know what you think. Shred me in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me I'm right. I don't care. Give me your honest opinions. I want to know what you think about these two games, the two trailers specifically, and how they made you feel. And if you never played either franchise, maybe you can give the most unbiased opinion of all, because you can just look at the two trailers side by side or one after the other, and then, make up your mind and decide what's good about one, what's good about both, or, what you think. All right, cool. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. I am the Lion of Truth. See ya.